Tip controlled by the Bulldogs. Rainer Powell on the handoff now for Harewood. Back to Rainer Powell. Defended by Drummond. Skip pass far side of the right. Catch and fire three is on the way across the iron. No for Harewood. Rebound to Drummond. Outlet now for Clayton. Clayton turns right. Right side behind the arc. Now to Chad Andrews Fulton, head of the key. Ball screen handoff. Back to Morgan. Morgan bounce it off. Weak side left. Chad goes strong. Glass rim, no good. Rainer Powell on a run back. Skip pass right side. Rimming off for Bottenberg on the three. Rebound to Sed. Handoff down to Clayton. Now headed the key on the bounce. Give it up to Council Jr. Hands it back to Morgan. Top side right, 15 to shoot. Bouncing off right of the lane, Council Jr. trying to back his way in. Tried to turn right of the lane and got called for a travel. I believe they call the drag of the pivot foot. Nearly a minute gone by, scoreless in the opening half. Women fell earlier tonight. South Carolina State Bulldogs picking up their first win, 75-59. Bounce it off left of the lane. Bottenberg gave it up. Applewhite with a free throw line jumper, and it's good. So South Carolina State out to the early 2-0 lead. Clayton to Drummond, out of the forecourt. Drummond on the bounce, high left out of Clayton. Clayton coming back to his right, now hands it off, now for Andrews Fulton. He got bumped off, looked at the official as Bottenberg initiated the contact. Council on the catch, down to Clayton, 7 to shoot. Clayton right side, feeds it inside to Andrews Fulton, goes strong with the right hand, scores. Top and pulls even at 2, 18-15 to go in the half. Bounce it off. Bottenberg tried to finish. Morgan got a big chunk of it, and it's last touched by whom is the conversation. Coppin State. Rainer Powell to inbound from the corner. Right on top of the Twitter handle, @Coppin Sports. It's been painted along that sideline. High right feed to Rainer Powell. Back between the rings. Coming left of the screen from Applewhite. Applewhite on the catch, coming to his left. Spins back on Drummond. Feeds it back to Rainer Powell. 11 to shoot. Rainer Powell fires it up from 12 and drains it. South Carolina State back on top, 4-2. Swings it high left out of Clayton. Top side left out of Drummond. Drummond wants an answer jumper across the iron. No. Said had the rebound, lost it. Chad Andrews Fulton pulls it down, steps into a double team, trying to get out of it. In the corner, now draws a third defender. Somehow got out of it, gave it back to Clayton, top side left. What a job by Chad Andrews Fulton to get out of traffic. Clayton, a step left three is on the way. Hard off the back iron, no good. Applewhite the rebound. Now hands it off for Rainer Powell. Up the left side. Now Harewood's going left of the lane. Backs it out. Rainer Powell wants a three. It's on the way. Left of the rim off. Battle for the rebound. Loose ball on the floor. Pinballing around. Finally picked up by Drummond. Outlet now to Clayton. Clayton top side left. Reverse it off to Andrews Fulton. Step in three. Head of the key. Good. Chad Andrews Fulton now with 5. Coppin the lead of 5-4. He's sad about the Eagles, but we'll give him a Philly nonetheless. Top side left, Harewood. Bounce it off down to Applewhite. Turns right at the elbow. Fires it up, rim and off. And the rebound to Council Jr. Hands it off down to Clayton. Clayton out of the jump circle, approaching the forecourt. Bounce it off for Andrews Fulton. He'll catch it with 17 to shoot. Top side left. Clayton pops out. Dribbles it right now. Hands it off to Morgan. Morgan coming right at the Chad Andrews Fulton screen. Steps inside the arc. Wants the jumper. Rim it off. Applewhite. Check that. Kennard the rebound. Now hands it off for Rainer Powell. Applewhite on the right side. Gave it up for Harewood. Right side pull-up is on the way. Rim it off for Applewhite. Another Cedric Council Jr. rebound. Now for Drummond. Drummond head of the key. Feeds it high left now to Chad Andrews Fulton. Right side, Morgan wants a three. Rim it, lift out. Rebound to Harewood. Now for Rainer Powell. Got to the free throw line. Might have got away with a carry. Hands it off that Applewhite. Hands it back to his left. Bottenberg, 3-ball, back of the rim, no good. Rebound Harewood. Tried to fire it left of the lane. It got swatted back. Now for Raynor Powell. Raynor Powell, left wing behind the arc. Picks up the bounce. Out of Bottenberg. Marsh side of the right. Harewood got cut off. Now hands it back. Applewhite runs in the lane, going strong on Andrews Fulton. Back of the rim, no. Flipped his own miss on the rebound attempt to Cedric Council Jr. Now for Clayton on the run back at the 15-minute mark of the opening half. Clayton, Euro step left. They're going to wave everything off. He was fouled on the floor. 14:58 to go in the opening half. Fouls assessed on Harewood. It's his first. 5-4 Coppin leading South Carolina State. We're back after a timeout on the Coppin State Sports Network. $14.58 to go in the opening half. Coppin leads 5-4 over South Carolina State. Fans, you can visit CoppinGear.com to get your CSU apparel currently on sale. 20% off select drinkware until January 21st. CoppinGear.com. It's where the home team shops, and they wish everybody Happy New Year. Courtside at the PEC here on the Coppin State Sports Network. Out of the first media timeout, Coppin with a 5-4 lead and a rebound advantage of 7-6. Cedric Council leading everybody with 4 rebounds. Chad Andrews Fulton now with a game high of 5 points in the early going. Morgan on the catch, now to Lucian Brownlee, who checked in out of the media timeout, along with Brendan Medley-Bacon. Right side, Drummond feeds it now for Medley-Bacon. Now for Brownlee, 10 to shoot. Lucian head of the key. On the bounce right with 8, down to 7. Coming back to his left, got to the free throw line. Floats it up and scores. Lucian Brownlee. 7-4 Coppin State. Post-entry feed went immediately to Marnie Hill. He checked in out of that media timeout. Bulldogs with the miss. And here comes Drummond on the run back. Left of the lane, back of the rim, no, but a whistle and what?
Hey, get your matchups. 30 bucks.
Foul assessed. On Raynor Powell, that's his first. Drummond out of Newport News, Virginia, in the Tidewater region. Knocks down that free throw and makes it an 8-4 Coppin State lead.
Got 14. Luke, get 3. Hey, what's one like? He's a lefty. He's a left face-up guy. Hey, you got 1, you get 10.
Second one rattles the rim and it's good. Drummond now with 2. 9-4 Coppin State. 14:15 to go in the opening half. Jamari Etienne has also checked in for South Carolina State. Skip pass left side. What a catch by Etienne. He's trying to call a timeout midair, and he does. Well, the official didn't give it to him. I thought he did for sure. He pointed the other way. He was pointing to his right. I thought he was pointing at Murray Garvin to award that timeout. He said, nope, you're out of bounds. 6 minutes plus gone by in this first half. 9-4 Coppin State. Brownlee with it high left. Feeds it down far block. Medley Bacon going to work. Kicked it back out to Drummond. Drummond bouncing off that of Medley Bacon. Hands it back to Drummond. Drummond, he wants a long two. Rimming off. Weak side rebound. Comes down to Allen Hatchett Jr. Bounce it down to the near block. Hill going to work on Medley Bacon. Got him to the doorstep. Bounce it weak side through the lane. Fighting it up off that weak side and scoring will be Rayshawn Neal. His first field goal makes it a 9-6 Coppin advantage. And a whistle and a foul call. Drummond with the foul. It's his first. Morgan and Drummond will exit. Nigel Marshall checks in. Clayton's back as well. 13:20 to go in the half. A 9-6 Coppin lead. Pull up by Etienne. Front of the rim, no good. Ball pops free to the right side. Marshall tracks it down. Now for Clayton. He had Brownlee sprinting up the right side of the floor. He didn't see him. Clayton with a kick out. Marshall coming back to his right, left of the lane. Shovels it off to Said. Head of the key three. Good. Big fella out of Kennesaw, Georgia. Knocks down the triple. Make it 12-6 Coppin State. Kennard with it. Top side left now for Neal. Neal on the bounce. Pivoting. And now finally gives it up to Etienne. 13 to shoot. Etienne on the bounce. Now for Kennard, head of the key. Line, lane, fights it up awkwardly, and a whistle, and what? The foul is on Medley Bacon. That's his first. They give Kennard a moment to catch his breath after getting upended. First free throw is on the way. It's good. Kennard's free throw cuts the Coppin lead to 12-7. Chad Andrews Fulton replacing Cedric Council Jr. He knocked down a monster three a moment ago. A lot of movement before that free throw. Rimming off. We got lane violations everywhere. They say, I believe, that Marshall was in the lane first. That was almost like the inducement in football. Who made who move first? Kennard's second free throw. There's movement again. Rimming good. Kennard got his second. Make it 12-8 Coppin State. Kennard will exit. Applewhite's back. Brownlee on the bounce against some pressure. Now for Clayton. Back to Brownlee. Into the forecourt. Now to Andrews Fulton. Out of the double team. He stepped out of it again. Clayton with it, far side left, coming right of the screen. Reverse it off left side. Medley Bacon bounce it off left of the lane. Now for Andrews Fulton. Gave it up to Brownlee coming to his right. They call him for a travel. Last time I checked, that's just a crossover dribble. Okay. 12-11 to go in the opening half. 12-8 Coppin State with the lead. High left, Applewhite. Hands it off high right. Hill on the catch. Back to Applewhite. Looks left, hands it off. Now for Neal. Neal on the bounce. Skip pass, far side of the right. Catch and fire at three is on the way. No good by Hatchett Jr. Rebound Andrews Fulton as the 7-footer took a spill. Chad to the forecourt, hands it up now to Brownlee. Brownlee coming to his left, reverses field with the Chad Andrews Fulton screen. Now Brownlee backs it out to the jump circle. High right feed to Andrews Fulton, 13 to shoot. Chad faces up on Applewhite, takes him left, gave it up to Marshall. Step right three is on the way, wide right and out of bounds. That brings us to a timeout on the floor. 11:26 to go in the opening half. Coppin State leads South Carolina State 12-8. Back after this timeout on the Coppin State Sports Network.
Here's a video of two Coppin State students at Buffalo Wild Wings during their lunch break.
Bro, basketball season this year is going to be lit. All these new players we got, bro, they got people from Philly, New York. I think they even got somebody from Australia, bro. What? Australia.
I could have sworn I seen somebody that was like 8 feet.
8 foot? Yeah. Light skin boy to be.
Yeah.
Yo, it's going to be crazy, man. No, definitely shout out to the basketball team, man.
Shout out to the basketball team,
yeah,
man.
you don't go to Coppin, you ain't popping either.
Straight away.
Out to the men's basketball team. Let's go Eagles. Hey, Coppin.
$11:26 to go in the opening half. Coppin has a 4-point lead on South Carolina State at 12-8. Rebound margin to Coppin at 10-8. Turnover margin 3-1 Coppin. South Carolina State's open tonight, 3 of 14, 0 of 5 from 3. Coppin 4 of 11, 2 of 5 from 3. Both teams perfect at the line, 2 for 2. Now Hill's got it head of the key for South Carolina State. Steers is in the game for the first time for Coppin State. He checked in out of that under 12 media timeout. Ball reversal goes right side. Neal fights it up, glass rim, no, but a whistle and what? It's on Brownlee, his first.
Got popped, so he ran away from the dot. I saw that. Yeah. That's why Chad just tried to box. Yeah.
And the line South Carolina State, number 3, Rashawn shooting 2.
First free throw is on the way and good for Rashawn Neal. Give him 3 in this game. Neal out of Legacy Charter in Greenville, South Carolina. Second one's on the way, good. Neal's got 4. The margin is now 2 at 12-10. So 4 unanswered now by South Carolina State. Brownlee against the press, now to the forecourt. Marshall on the catch, feeds it high left now to Clayton. Clayton on the bounce, high left, swings it near side of the right. Brownlee a high arcing 3, left of the rim and off. Andrews Fulton had it, lost it. Applewhite now picks it up for South Carolina State. Outlet ahead now to Neal. Neal at the left elbow, kicks it out left corner. The 3 for the lead is on the way and good for Jamari Etienne. That's his first field goal. And South Carolina State regains the lead, 13-12. 7 unanswered by the Bulldogs and a double dribble call against Brownlee. Second lead change of the night comes at 10:26. Of the opening half, South Carolina State in front 13-12. Still the inbound now for Neal. Neal head of the key, line to the lane, floats it up, front of the rim, no good. Tapped free by Steers, and then I believe he got shoved. Armani Hill does not believe he initiated the contact. It's his first foul. Clayton on the inbound. Fires ahead now to Steers. Brownlee back left of the jump circle now for Clayton.
Good job, now, Joe!
Clayton now for Steers. High right for Marshall. Now high left to Clayton. Left corner Brownlee. 9 to shoot. Back to Clayton, top side left. Skip pass right side out of Marshall. Backdoor feed. Chad Andrews Fulton gave it up to Steers, and he lost it out of bounds. Drummond and Morgan back on for Coppin State. Brownlee and Marshall will exit. At the 9:44 mark, South Carolina State, a 13-12 lead.
Get 14, get ball. Lefty, lefty. Ain't shout though, ain't shout.
Post entry feed intended for that far block, picked off by Chad Andrews Fulton. Stops one step into the forecourt, looking for an outlet. Shovels it ahead now to Clayton. Dewan going to his left. A great look at it on CoppinStateSports.com and a live video stream. Clayton got popped in the nose, by the way, in that ball screen handoff. Now for Chad, high left. Now for Morgan. Morgan turns right and ran his man over. Stepping in to take the charge was Armani Hill. Lamar Morgan with his first.
Get a step, fellas, come on!
13-12 it remains. South Carolina State the lead and the ball. Etienne on the bounce down near block. Hill feeds it to the free throw line. Applewhite steps in. Steers got him on the way up. That's his first, fifth on Coppin as a team here in the opening half. It sends Omni Applewhite to the line. Westover High School product out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. I'm sure back in the day, Applewhite had many a battle with 71st, another school in that part of the state. Makes it 14-12. As Applewhite now has 3 points in the opening half. Second one's on the way, good. Applewhite got them both, give him 4, make it a 15-12 South Carolina State advantage. And here comes Drummond into the jump circle. Morgan pops out far side left, he'll catch it, give it back to Drummond. Morgan on the catch right side, lob it inside to Steers, goes strong, glass rim, no, but a whistle and a foul, and Armani Hill's having a rough night picking up his second foul.
South Carolina State foul number 1, Armani Hill, his second, team's fourth.
LeVar Harewood out of Brooklyn, New York, heads back to the scorer's table.
Same matchup. Take one. 14. Go on. 14.
And the free throw will not go for Steers. Out of Greater Hope Christian Academy, Justin Steers out of Philadelphia.
Justin got 24. Hey, Lamar, take 0, please. Shooter.
Second free throw is good.
24, Justin. Set.
Steers split a pair, makes it 15-13, South Carolina State. On the bounce, Rainer Powell gave it up high right now for Applewhite. Now to Rainer Powell, runs left of the lane, got caught in traffic and turned it over. Morgan, an outlet for Clayton, steps around the defender, Etienne, now to the forecourt. Feeds it inside to Andrews Fulton, goes up with the right hand, rim and good. Chad Andrews Fulton now with 7, and we are tied at 15. Over the top, Applewhite saves it in, falling out of bounds along the baseline. Gave it up to Etienne for a fadeaway 3. It comes rimming off. Rebound Steers now for Clayton. Clayton on the bounce. Right side, fadeaway jumper, front of the rim, no good. And the rebound yanked down by Kennard. Now for Rainer Powell across the time stripe into the forecourt. Kennard setting a head-of-the-key screen. So does Applewhite. Rainer Powell kicks it out left corner. The 3 is on the way across the rim. No good. Rebound to Drummond. On the 3 attempt by Harewood. Right side Morgan, and he'll travel. That brings us to the under 8 media timeout. It comes at 7:27 to go first half. Deadlocked at 15. Coppin and South Carolina State on the Coppin State Sports Network. .65th meeting all time between Coppin and South Carolina State. 34-30 advantage to the Eagles. Hey, fans, you can travel in confidence and enjoy the comfort of spacious studio accommodations. Town Place Suites, Baltimore, BWI Airport, less than 10 miles from downtown Baltimore. Your home away from home is waiting for you. That's Town Place Suites, Baltimore, BWI Airport, the official airport hotel of Coppin State Athletics. Rebound margin to Coppin at 13-10. 7-3 turnover margin, Coppin. Even at 15, Applewhite on the inbound. Now for Rainer Powell. Cedric Council Jr. check back in for Coppin State. Out of the media timeout. Far side right. Harewood picked it up. Now back to Rainer Powell. 15 to shoot. Rainer Powell coming left in a lane. Ducks in with a floater. Rim and off. Rebound Cedric Council Jr. Bounce it off through traffic for Clayton. Out of the forecourt. DeWan, hesitation dribble, got to the rack, left it short, might have been altered. Chad Andrews Fulton with a monster rebound, but it got stripped away and stolen. Then the other way, we got a whistle and a late foul call. Fouls on Chad Andrews Fulton, it's his first. Rainer Powell to the head of the key. Hands it off high left at the end. Bounce it off down to Kennard, left of the lane. Kennard backs it out now high left at the end. Etienne feeds it back right through the hands of Applewhite. Morgan on the rip and run, going strong with the right hand, left it short. Applewhite came back to disrupt it. Here comes Rainer Powell, runs it strong to the rack, count it, and a foul. Cedric Council Jr., the foul, that's his first. 17-15, South Carolina State back on top. Rainer Powell now with 4, looking for 5 at the free throw line. Brownlee returns. Morgan will exit. And the free throw is on the way, it's good. Rainer Powell now with 5. 18-15, South Carolina State with the advantage. Under 6.5 to go in this first half. Clayton and Drummond playing 2-man in the backcourt. Now to Brownlee, gave it up to Clayton. Top side of the right to Drummond. Step in 3 off the right side, it's good. Drummond now with 5. 18 all. Closing in on 6 minutes to go in the opening half. Rainer Powell, reverse it off that Applewhite. He wants an answer jumper, and it's good, just inside the head of the key. 20-18, Bulldogs by 2.
Hey, twist it! Twist it, Chad!
Clayton out of the forecourt. Hands it off to Council Jr. Top side left out of Clayton. Far side left to Drummond. Now for Council, 15 to shoot. It comes back right side to Clayton. Clayton on the bounce, picks it up, looking, reverse it off right side down to Brownlee. Feeds it inside to Sed. Sed got away with a walk. Rim, it spins off. Etienne on the run back. Top side left. Brownlee stops the ball, if you will. Rainer Powell now to Kennard. Line to the lane, goes strong. And Chad Andrews-Fulton got an elbow right in the teeth. Kennard shaking up too as they knock knees. Drummond, count it, and a foul the other way. Or is he waving it off? No basket is the call, and it's called a charge. Drummond with his second. And I believe they're going to the replay monitor for the moment just to double check to see if indeed it was a charge or a block. And Bob and Corey, part of our TV crew, they've got it ready to go. He was way outside the arc in the restricted area. Both feet planted. Let's see what happens here. And indeed, it's going to be a charge. So keep it 2018, South Carolina State, 5:11 to go in the opening half. Chad Andrews-Fulton is being attended to by the training staff for Coppin State down here to our left. And they're getting out ice. That's never a good sign. On the way up, Rainer Powell lost the handle, somehow gets it back. Medley Bacon alters the shot. How is this not a foul? And it will be. Harewood was going right up the back of Medley Bacon. They say he just knocked it out of bounds. No foul call. Under 5 to go in the opening half. 2018 South Carolina State. To say the least, folks, I know it's cliche, but man, are they letting them play tonight? My goodness. Clayton turns right, hands it off to Sed. He wants a three. It's on the way right to the rim. No, Medley Bacon pops it free to the corner. It's out of bounds. Comes at 4:34 remaining opening half. Inbound comes to Rainer Powell from Applewhite.
Hey, get a stop, fellas. Come on. Let me get a stop right now.
Rainer Powell on the ball reversal, head of the key. Hesitation dribble to Bottenberg. Out of the right side, Etienne. That old James Harden move going to his right, and he drains it from 15. Give him 5. That double jump stop move that Harden has perfected. 4 unanswered by South Carolina State after Coppin tied it at 18. Make it 22-18 South Carolina State. Under 4 minutes to go in the half. Clayton out of Drummond. Drummond backs it out. Steps into the head of the key. Wants a three. Lift the rim and off. Rebound Harewood. Up the floor now for Rainer Powell. Swings it off head of the key. Applewhite facing up. Fires it right side out of Etienne. Clayton's giving him the right. He takes it. Goes baseline right. Swings it all the way back to the top to Rainer Powell. Fakes right. Steps left and travel. That brings us to the under 4 immediate timeout. It comes at 3:37 to go in the half. South Carolina State leads Coppin State 22-18 on the Coppin State Sports Network. So out of the timeout, 3:37 to go in the opening half, 22-18, South Carolina State leads Coppin State. Fans, all season long you can listen to all Coppin State basketball home games on FoxSportsWaynesPort.com, along with Baltimore's home for Coppin State Sport Athletics. It's WNST 1570 AM, proud partners of Coppin State Athletics. So at the under 4 immediate timeout, rebound margin to Coppin, 17-14. Scoreboard says South Carolina State by 4 at 22-18. Inbound to Clayton. Far side left now to Brownlee. Brownlee reverse it back to Clayton out of the forecourt. Skip pass far side left out of Brownlee. Back head of the key to Clayton. Now for Cedric Council Jr. Give it back to Brownlee. High right now to Clayton. Clayton. Skip pass far side left corner. Brownlee coming to his right. Backs it out with a right hand dribble. 5 to shoot. 3 to shoot. Down to 2, and it's deflected away. Up the left side now, Rainer Powell. Now to Applewhite, back to Rainer Powell. Rainer Powell at 5'10", the senior out of Virginia Beach. Ball screen hand up, back to Etienne. Now to Applewhite, head of the key. Jab step at the free throw line, and his jumper goes wide left and out of bounds. 2:40 and counting in the half. Coppin down by 4 at 22-18. Clayton around the Medley Bacon screen. High left to Drummond. Left corner kick out now to Brownlee. High right feed now to Clayton. Clayton coming left. Swings it out left side. Drummond wants a 3. Rimming off. And the rebound comes down to Harewood. Outlet now for Rainer Powell. Rainer Powell kick it out right corner. Etienne wants a 3, and it's good. His second 3 of the half, give him 8. And the margin is 7 at 25-18, South Carolina State. As the Bulldogs have now ripped off 7 unanswered. 2 minutes to go in the half. Clayton, far side left, now to Brownlee. Now to Drummond, back to Brownlee. Loose catches and fires at 3, and it rattles home. Lucien Brownlee now with 5. 25-21. Coppin cuts it to 4. 1:40 to go. They need to stop. Rainer Powell now top side right. Ball screen handoff back to Etienne. Swings it back, head the key now to Bottenberg. Feeds it inside Applewhite. Trying to back down Ced. Power bounce right. Spins left. Hooks it up and scores. Applewhite now with 8. 27-21. South Carolina State. 80 seconds to go in the half. Clayton on the bounce, far side left. Medley Bacon sets the screen, high left. He's still moving. And indeed, it's going to be a moving screen. Medley Bacon with his second. Chad Andrews Fulton checks back in. Here comes Lamar Morgan back in. Brownlee and Medley Bacon will exit as Medley Bacon picks up his second. 72 seconds remaining in the opening half. Applewhite on the inbound. Rolls it in now to Neal. Neal runs the show. And now to the jump circle. On the bounce right around the Applewhite screen. Lost the handle. DeJuan Clayton on the push. Lane fights it up. Count the foul. DeJuan Clayton. Makes it 27-23 with the free throw coming. DeJuan's on the board with his first field goal. It comes at 55.6 to go in the half.
Hey, let's go, White. Come on. Get a stop.
And the free throw is good.
Match up, baby.
Clayton's three-point play makes it 27-24, South Carolina State.
Get one.
Neal feeds it high left. Now on the catch. Harewood's got it. Spins back to his left. Line to the lane. Fights it up with the right hand. Rimming off. Rebound. Chad Andrews Fulton. Hesitation dribble. Trying to get some contact from Etienne. Now for Clayton, head of the key. Hands it off to Chad Andrews Fulton. Power bounce left to the lane. Got fouled on the way up. Bottenberg is first.
You created that opportunity.
Bottenberg, a Rockville, Maryland product. Out of the Millbrook School. Check that. It's Bottenberg's second. personal foul. Chad Andrews Fulton now at the free throw line. First free throw, back of the rim, no good. Hatchett Jr.'s coming off to get Mottenberg. Here comes Marshall back to get Quan Drummond.
Nigel, get 10. Mark, 0. Hey,
Chad split a pair. Give him 8. 27-25. Bulldogs by 2. Shot clock turned off. 25 seconds to go in a half, and a timeout, South Carolina State. And I believe they are going to take a 30-second timeout, so we'll just keep it right here. You can stay social with your favorite conference. Search MEAC Sports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, along with YouTube for day-to-day updates on everything MEAC. Also use the hashtag #IBackToMEAC. You can also use MEAC Nation to see your post reposted. And, of course, the MEAC tournament coming up at the Scope in Norfolk, March 11th through the 16th. And I believe Evan Williams tried to check in, and they're going to deny that request. I don't think he got to the table in time enough to check in. So Kennard to inbound at 23.6 to go in the half. Coppin down by 2 at 27-25. Inbound to Neal. Clock's moving. 20 and counting. Neal now on the switch. Right in front of the broadcast location. Down to 10 to go. High right, Hatchett Jr. Draws some contact from Marshall. And Marshall with the blocking foul. Coppin is over the limit now of 10 team fouls, and it's going to put Alan Hatchett Jr. at the free throw line with 7 seconds to go in the half. Free throw's on the way, it's good. Makes it 28-25, South Carolina State. Second attempt on the way, and good. Hatchett Jr. got them both. 29-25, South Carolina State. Etienne checks out. Left to right, Clayton on the bounce. Gave it up to Andrews Fulton. Scores as time expires in the opening half. What a huge field goal for Coppin State to cut that margin to just 2 at the break. 29-27. That is a huge basket. I can't say enough how huge that basket is at the end of the half. So now at the break, it's South Carolina State 29, Coppin State 27. We're joined courtside now by assistant coach Charles Agamagu. And
what's going on, man? Good evening.
Charles, good evening to you as well. That's a huge field goal at the end of the half.
Much needed to say the least. We kind of knew going into this one's going to be a dogfight. They're a really well-coached team. Very talented. Not one player stands out except for Applewhite, but they all do their part, and they do it really well. So we knew the rebounding battle we had to win. They're a scrappy team, and they play really well. So
you mentioned Applewhite. He's got 8 points in the opening half, and he just seems to be so free and easy.
You know what? With him, he doesn't necessarily do one thing in particularly great, but he plays hard as hell. He goes after every rebound, and he has some motor about him. That's what makes him a really good player. I think he's averaging a little more than 18 and a half during the year. So we just got to match the intensity. There was a few plays on their floppy pinning that he got wide open shots, and I think that got him going. But I think we're going to clean it up in the second half.
Finally, Lucien Brownlee seeing some time here tonight. He's contributing early with 5 points, including a 3.
You know what? I think Lou likes playing South Carolina State. If I wasn't mistaken, it was last year at South Carolina. He had, I believe, 24 or 25 off the bench. So we kind of want to go back to that little magic. So, hey, hopefully we can still tap the well. It hasn't gone dry for us.
Appreciate the time as always. Good luck second half.
Thank you, man.
There it is. Charles Agamagu here at the break. At the break, it is South Carolina State leading Coppin State 29-27. On the radio side, back with the sounds of the first half after a timeout. And then on the TV side, well, we'll be back here at half court for you with a great-looking replay to get us started in the second half as well. That's forthcoming here on the halftime show on the Coppin State Sports Network.
Congratulations to Cameron, our $25 Buffalo Wild Wings gift card winner.
Ask me why I love Blazer Rewards so much. I mean, isn't it obvious? You earn points by hanging out with friends and eating wings and watching sports. And I mean all the sports, like football, baseball, basketball, soccer, karate, boxing. Vincent, this one, I don't know, check it out. First, you join. Go to blazingrewards.com and follow the simple steps to sign up. Second, you earn. Just get off your butt and head to B-Dubs. Earn points by checking in, bringing friends, and ordering food. And finally, you redeem. Turn those hard-earned points into awesome rewards like wings, drinks, shareables, and more. Then just write your phone number on the check and rewards are deducted from your total. You can even earn points watching LARPing. LARPing.
Stay social with your favorite conference. Search MEAC Sports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram and YouTube for day-to-day updates on everything MEAC. Also use the hashtags IBackTheMEAC and MEAC Nation to see your post reposted. When football is on, you have to be at B-Dubs for our $5 game day deals. Buffalo Wild Wings of Run the Mills, Owings Mills in White Marsh, wings, beer, sports. From the moment you enter the newly renovated Holiday Inn Baltimore Inner Harbor until you return home, you experience all the charms that give our hometown its Charm City moniker. The hotel is conveniently located 3 blocks from Baltimore Inner Harbor attractions, and it's across from the Baltimore Convention Center. Within 1 mile, guests can find the Horseshoe Casino, Hard Rock Cafe, and M&T Bank Stadium, home of the Baltimore Ravens. THB Bagels and Deli in Charles Village is a proud sponsor of Coppin State men's basketball. Come out and enjoy Baltimore's homegrown bagels made fresh daily. Just a reminder, fans, Coppin State Athletics will be starting a new tradition this season with the singing of the alma mater at the end of tonight's game. We ask at that time you please stand and join us in honoring Coppin State University.
sometimes, y'all. Give me the bridge now. I feel like busting loose, busting loose. Give me the bridge now. I feel like busting loose now. Busting loose in the evening. Busting loose can be pleasing. Talk about busting loose, y'all. Busting loose in the meantime. Busting loose make you feel fine. Talk about busting loose. Before I let go. Before I let go.
With you. Fans, High Place Baltimore Inner Harbor, located near Fells Point, offers a refreshing blend of style and innovation in a neighborhood alive with cultural attractions, shopping, and amazing local restaurants. High Place Baltimore Inner Harbor, official downtown hotel of Coppin State Athletics. So we're at the break. 29-27, South Carolina State leads Coppin. Hi, everybody on the live video stream. At the break, it's a 19-15 Coppin rebounding margin. Most of that is between Drummond with 5 and then Chad Andrews Fulton with 4. Turnover margin 11-8 in favor of Coppin State. And I get a great look at the head-to-head shooting numbers. South Carolina State is 9-28. That's nearly 33.3%. And then for Coppin State, 9-24 in the opening half from 3. It is 4 of 11 for Coppin, and then 2 of 9 for South Carolina State. Bulldogs are perfect at the line, 9 for 9. Coppin is 5 of 7, as I mentioned at rebound margin previously. And then the points, that's the biggest number. That gets you the win or the loss. 29-27, South Carolina State at the break with the advantage. Individually, it is Chad Andrews Fulton with a game high of 10. And then for South Carolina State, Omni Applewhite has a team high of 8. And he is tied with Jamari Etienne off the bench, also with 8. The largest margin in the opening half, South Carolina State by 7, Coppin by 6. And that was the 12-6 lead early on. And then South Carolina State responded with a 7-0 lead to regain the lead of 13-12. And they have not relinquished it quite yet. They lead 29-27 at the break. Other side of a timeout, we'll bring you the second half here at the PEC on the Coppin State Sports Network. Getting set for the that's the women's game, third quarter. Getting set for the second half, 29-27. If you're just dialing in, the women unfortunately fell tonight. 75-59 to South Carolina State. 29-27, South Carolina State, the lead here at the break. Coppin will now go toward their bench here in the second half. Drummond on the inbound, gave it up to Clayton. Through the logo and the jump circle. Now to Morgan, back to Clayton. Coming left of the screen. Pick and roll to Andrews Fulton. Right to the rack. Thank you, sir. I'll have another. Two-hand finish. Chad Andrews Fulton. Give him 12. Deadlocked at 29. Keep feeding the big guy. He had the last basket of the first half, first basket of the second half. Chad Andrews Fulton. Kennard. Bounce it off head of the key. And backing it out now is Rainer Powell. 9 to shoot. Rainer Powell right of the lane. Gave it back to Kennard, head of the key. Wants a three, rimming off. Rebound Drummond. Right side down to Clayton. Clayton head of the key. Again trying to come right to that screen. Pick and roll again to Andrews Fulton. Going right on Kennard. Backed it out again. Right side behind the arc ball screen. Hand off to Clayton. Clayton between the rings, trying to break down. Rainer Powell takes him right elbow, shovels it off front of the lane. Chad Andrews Fulton, step back from 12, good again. 31-29. Coppin's got the lead back. Chad is red hot right now. The last 6 points scored in this game. Give him 14 of the night. Kennard right side, and Said is holding Applewhite near the doorstep. Second foul on Council Jr.
Hey, pick the picker! Pick the picker! Pick the picker! Tell me your way! Good job, boy!
Rainer Powell inbound now for Etienne, goes baseline and scores easily with the left hand. He's in double figures now with 10, even at 31. 3 lead changes and 5 ties in the now first 90-plus seconds after the first 20 minutes of the opening half. Clayton now between the rings. Drummond, an answer 3. It's on the way, right of the rim, no. Said to rebound, shovels it back to Drummond. Now for Clayton, head of the key. Well, for a moment there, DeJuan was going to step into a 3. Now for Morgan, top side left. That's nearly his favorite spot to launch threes from. Now Clayton, head of the key. Now for Morgan. Etienne closed down on the nicely defensively. Council on the catch of the bounce, goes through the lane, kick it out right side. Clayton for 3, rimming off. And the rebound to Coppin, I believe to Morgan. He got fouled on the return trip back up. Fouls on Etienne, that's his first. Even at 31, 17:57 to go. Lamar Morgan at the free throw line.
On those ice.
First free throw for Morgan on the way and good. 32-31, Coppin reclaims the lead. Second one's on the way, good again. Morgan got them both. 33-31, Coppin. That's the end of the forecourt, top side right. Now between the rings, Rainer Powell. Right side, Etienne. On the bounce down, picked off by Taquain Drummond. He'll run it out. Bounce it up the left side, now to Clayton. Clayton looking. Feeds it out to Andrews Fulton, high left. Back to Clayton. Clayton, left wing behind the arc. Bounce it off to Chad Andrews Fulton. Looking to back in on Etienne. Skip pass far side of the right. Morgan, step right 3 is on the way. Across the iron, no good. Rebound Etienne.
Hey, talk now! Talk!
Far side left. Rainer Powell. Wave everything off. I believe we have contact on the floor. It's on Drummond. That's his third. Marshall will now come to the scorer's table and replace Drummond.
You got 11, DeJuan, you got 11.
Rainer Powell from the sideline to inbound.
Hey, Lamar, get 14. Get 14. 14, Bert!
In between the rings, head of the key, Etienne on the catch. Top side of the right, now for Harewood. Harewood coming to his left.
Go deep inside.
Now coming back to his right, feeds it off to Rainer Powell. Rainer Powell, right side behind the arc. Bounce it off in the lane. Pull up is good for Applewhite. That gives him 10. Even at 33 at the 16:58 mark of the second half. Morgan, top side left. Now headed the key to Clayton. Lane, shovels it off to Council. Got a defender off his feet and draws the foul. He tried to use the rim, going right on Harewood as an extra screener, if you will. Council Jr. at the free throw line, puts it on the way, good. 34-33, again Coppin pulls ahead. Second free throw on the way, good. Sed's got 5, 35-33, Coppin State. Rainer Powell's got it now for Kennard, head of the key. Goes right at the elbow, skip it out far side left. Harewood on the catch, launches a three, and it's good. 36-35, South Carolina State reclaims a lead on the fourth lead change. 3.5 minutes gone here in the second half. Clayton's got it. Top side left, trying to turn left, got cut off. Comes back to his right, 15 to shoot. Right side, Marshall. Down to Council, right of the lane. Reversing off far side right, Marshall. Curls at the right elbow, and a whistle and contact. Foul call on Rainer Powell, that's his second. Non-shooting foul comes at 16:11 to go in the second half. Third team foul on South Carolina State. And we are not even 4 minutes in, second half. Right corner kick out to Council. Right side, Morgan. Now for Andrews Fulton. Behind the arc on the right side, surveying the situation. Takes it right of the lane. I think Kennard fouled him. Kennard the foul, that's his first.
New man! Hey,
Neal checks in. He'll replace Rainer Powell. He re-enters. 4 points in the opening half. No fouls. Applewhite defends Clayton, who will inbound the basketball. Coppin has 20 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Clayton looking. Fires it into the backcourt now for Marshall. Marshall now to the forecourt, goes opposite the screen. Right of the lane, he traveled. Oh, they call an offensive foul. That's his second. It brings us to the under 16 media timeout as Drummond heads to the scorer's table. 15:55 to go second half. South Carolina ahead of Coppin State 36-35 on the Coppin State Sports Network.
All of your MEAC needs. High Place Baltimore Inner Harbor, located near Fells Point, offers a refreshing blend of style and innovation in a neighborhood alive with cultural attractions, shopping, and amazing local restaurants. High Place Baltimore Inner Harbor, the official downtown hotel for Coppin State Athletics. Today's concessions are being run by the Blueprint Youth Basketball Organization. Stop by their table and our alumni table and School of Graduate Studies on the main concourse. Just a reminder to all fans, please keep your feet off of the chairs in front of you. I repeat, keep your feet off.
Fans, from the moment you enter the newly renovated Holiday Inn Baltimore Inner Harbor until you return home, you experience all the charms that give our hometown its Charm City moniker. The hotel's conveniently located 3 blocks from Baltimore's Inner Harbor attractions. It's across the Baltimore Convention Center. Within 1 mile, guests can find the Horseshoe Casino, Hard Rock Cafe, M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Baltimore Ravens.
And we got a man 24. Watch head fake, left draw.
36-35, South Carolina State with the lead and the ball out of the media timeout. 15:55 and counting here in the second half. Neal's got it, approaching head of the key, turning left in a lane, reversing off down to Kennard. Thought about a three, hesitation, then fires it and drains it. He's got 5, 39-35, Bulldogs by 4. Clayton now high left to Morgan, 2-3 zone for the Bulldogs. Now to Drummond. High right to Clayton, now to Drummond. Top side left to Morgan. Right side Clayton. Clayton now to Drummond, head of the key. Right side now to Clayton. Wants a three, back of the rim, no good. Weak side rebound now for Kennard. Hands it off to Neal. Neal coming across the time stripe now to the forecourt. Takes it left in the lane, bounce it back to Kennard. Head of the key, three is on the way, front of the rim, no good. Rebound to Neal. Medley Bacon is back in the Coppin lineup. He checked in out of that media timeout. Under 15 minutes to go. Neal's got it high left. Bouncing off now for Kennard. Kennard high left. Takes Medley Bacon off the bounce, comes back to his right, swings the top side of the right. The three is on the way, good again. Harewood's second three, give him 6, and the margin is now 7 at 42-35, South Carolina State. Clayton high left down to Medley Bacon. Top side left down to Morgan. Back to Clayton high right. Around the Chad Andrews-Fulton screen. On the catch out of the key. Kick out right corner to Drummond. Catch and fire three is on the way. Right of the rim, no good. Andrews-Fulton a rebound. Trying to fight it up in traffic. Fouled again by Applewhite.
Hey, big fella.
That's the 5th team foul in South Carolina State. So South Carolina State, after Coppin was up 33-31, is on an 11-2 run. Until that free throw by Andrews-Fulton makes it 15 for him on the night, makes it 42-36, South Carolina State. Second one, good again. Chad's got 16. 42-37. South Carolina State. Kennard with it, right of the lane. Ducks into the right hand, Medley Bacon a block. Kennard got his own miss back, gave it up for a runner in the lane. That's blocked by Medley Bacon. Applewhite kicks it out with 10 to shoot. And DeJuan Clayton bumps off Harewood along the far sideline. That's Coppin's 4th team foul. It comes at 13:50 to go. Inbound comes to Kennard. Head fake on Medley Bacon. Just inside the arc. Gives it up left side. And a 15-foot rainbow jumper for Applewhite is good. He's got 12. The lead is again 7 at 44-37, South Carolina State. We're going to get a hand check call. It's on Neal. That's his first. Cedric Council Jr. and Lucian Brownlee coming back for Coppin State. Lou's going to have to wait. Now they'll bring him in. Andrews-Fulton and Drummond both take seats. Lob to the top, Brownlee on the catch. Lob it off high left, now to Cedric Council Jr. Back to Brownlee, head of the key. Lou coming to his left, 9 to shoot. Picks up the bounce. Looking for help. Hands it back to Clayton. Clayton left side with 4, down to 3. Let's fly with a 3, it's good. No panic from the Bowie, Maryland product. Give him 6. 44-40. Bulldogs by 4, 7 minutes into the second half. Neal almost had it knocked away by Clayton. Neal topside right, going right of the Kennard screen. Coming back to his left, Medley Bacon there. Neal floats it back to his right and scores. Give him 6. 46-40. That's the margin. Clayton on the margin of the forecourt. Line, lane, left-hand runner. Count it, the foul. DeJuan Clayton. Applewhite ends up on the deck. And he's the one called for the blocking foul. It's his second. Clayton now with 8. 46-42. Coppin within 4.
Hey, Seth.
Clayton's free throw is good. 3-point play complete. DeJuan Clayton now with 9. The margin is 3 at 46-43. Applewhite checks out. Armani Hill checks back in. He had 2 points in the game in Morgan State that the Bulldogs won 72-68 on Saturday. Top side of the right. Harewood's got it. Coming left of the screen. Morgan hedges out there on him. Neal on the catch now with 17 to shoot. Neal going left. Reverse it off the Hill, head of the key. Kick it out right side. Etienne looks left. Fires a 3 off the right wing. Rimming off Medley Bacon. A demonstrative rebound. Outlet to Lou. Brownlee. Line, lane. Nearly got away with a walk. Clayton a trailing 3. Rimming off. Tap free by Kennard. And I believe, did he foul Medley Bacon going for the loose ball? Yes, he did. Kennard with his second. Rainer Powell checking back in for South Carolina State. At the 12:06 mark. So Coppin trying to get a tying possession ahead of the media timeout. Brownlee on the catch in the left corner to the 3 to tie. Good. Brownlee now with 8. He's got his second triple in the game. We're deadlocked at 46. 7 ties, 4 lead changes. 11:45 to go. Neal, line to the lane, fights it up, left it short. Coppin's got numbers the other way and a 5-on-4. Clayton on the bounce, shovels it left side. Morgan a 3 for the lead. Left of the rim, no good. Rebound to Harewood. Now for Rainer Powell, bouncing off the Kennard, finds a trailer. That's Harewood. He wants a 3 for the lead. Rim, it popped out. Rebound Clayton. He wants to run again. Clayton out of the forecourt, up the right side. Right of the lane, got caught picking up the bounce. Gave it up to Medley Bacon. The big man's dribbling, head of the key. Now backs it out to Brownlee, far side of the right. 15 to shoot. Brownlee approaches head of the key. Wants a 3, front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Rainer Payne on the run back. Head of the key, line, lane, fights out of the left hand, rim no good. Tip followed by Kennard, no good. Cedric Council knocked it free, now picks it up. Now for Brownlee. Lou now for Clayton. And now South Carolina State, they sprinted back defensively. And now Coppin will go into their half-court offense. Opposite the screen, and Rainer Payne bumps off DeJuan Clayton. It's his 3rd. It brings us to the 9th team foul and the under-12 media timeout. It comes at 10:39 to go, second half. Even at 46, Coppin at South Carolina State on the Coppin State Sports Network. 10:39 to go, all even at 46. Fans, THB Bagels and Deli in Charles Village, proud to support the Common State not only volleyball team, but the basketball teams as well. Come and enjoy Baltimore's hometown bagels, made fresh daily. 10:39 to go, even at 46. Rebounds 28-22 in favor of Coppin State. 7 assists for DeJuan Clayton, 9 points, and a rebound. Can't say what he's on the verge of yet, but you can do math. Clayton's free throw on the way good. He's now got 10 points. Coppin back on top, 47-46.
It's 10 minutes. We in a bonus. Come on, y'all.
Fifth lead change, 48-46. Clayton got them both, give them 11. Rayner Powell's got it. Swings it high right. Now for Hill. Skip pass far side left. DeJuan almost knocked it free. Hill on the catch right side. Now back to Rayner Powell. Rayner Powell skips it far side left corner. 3 ball for Hatchett Jr. Left of the rim and off. Loose ball on the floor. Picked up and taking it to the rim strong is Harewood. Give him 8. All in the second half. Even again, this time at 48. Clayton around the Chad screen. Gallops in the lane. Kick it out right side. Brownlee a 3 for the lead. Lucian Brownlee. Good again. Give him 11. 51-48 Coppin. Under 10 to go. Rayner Powell head of the key. Now on the bounce right side. Bounce it off right of the lane. Hill goes left and got fouled. Chad picks up his second.
That play got 7 locked in the 35 like a motherfucker. Hey, son!
Armani Hill at the free throw line. Cashes in. It's his first point in this game.
Hey! Box out for me, son!
Second one good again. Hill got them both. Coppin has a 51-50 lead, 9:38 to go. Harewood comes off. They bring back Kennard. And now set inbound. Clayton out of the double team. And he clears it with a ball fake. Now on the bounce. Into the forecourt, line, lane, left-hand runner, glass rim, no good. Ced out-battles everybody for the rebound. Right of the lane, powers it up and scores. Cedric Council Jr. now with 7. 53-50 Coppin. 9:18 to go. Top side left, Hatchett Jr. Bounce it down to the doorstep. Hill trying to power to his left. Oh my goodness, did he walk? Pirouettes to his left. They're going to call for an offensive foul instead of a walk. That's his third. Comes at 9:08 to go. Drummond's back on. He's going to replace, I believe, Brownlee in the Coppin State lineup, or will he? Etienne's back. Hill's coming off. Brownlee stayed. Clayton came off. And he's down at the end of the bench talking to the trainer and getting a refreshment. Well earned, young man, well earned. Council Jr. high left now to Andrews Fulton. Shovels it off down to Drummond. Under 9 to go. In fact, 8:50 and counting. Coppin by 3 at 53-50. 10 to shoot. Left side, Drummond almost had it thrown behind him by Brownlee. Brownlee, a catch and fire 3, head of the key. On the way, well short. About a step shy of the head of the key. And it's an air ball. So now South Carolina State can tie with a 3 with 8:42 to go. Bounce comes into Rayner Powell.
Hey, get a stop! Get a stop, fellas, talk!
Top side of the right. Drummond's giving him the right. He's cutting off the left. They give it up to Kennard. Kennard skips it high left to Etienne. Looking left. Bouncing off to Applewhite, trying to back his way in on set. Kicks it out now to Etienne, left corner. Now for Applewhite. Jump stop to his right. Fires left of the lane. Back of the rim, no good. Battle for the loose ball. Brownlee is tackled out of bounds by Kennard, battling for the ball. And I believe it's going to be a foul on Ian Kennard. It would be his third. There was no malice aforethought in that at all from Ian Kennard. They were both just going for that loose ball. Great effort by both young men. With 8:13 to go. Brownlee at the free throw line, puts it on the way, good. 54-50 Compton. Brownlee now with 12. Second one's on the way, good. Brownlee got them both. Give him 13 and make it a 55-50 Compton State lead. Rainer Powell's got it. Head of the key on the bounce, going to his left. Got cut off. Reverse it off head of the key now. Rainer Powell on the catch from Applewhite. 13 to shoot. Pick and roll to Kennard. Steps right, wants the jumper. Rim, it trickled off. Poked free, Kennard ends up with it, runs down the lane, fights it up. Medley Bacon got a piece of it. But they say he got a piece of the body on the way up, picking up, I believe, his third. Indeed, that is the call. And it brings us to the under 8 media timeout. 7:47 to go. It's now Conference State leading South Carolina State 55-50 on the Conference State Sports Network. Out of the under 8 media timeout, our next home game broadcast will be Saturday the 26th of January. Florida A&M makes the long trek up the East Coast. They'll take on Conference State. Women's action starts at 2, men's action at 4 right here on the Conference State Sports Network. Got a great one going tonight. 55-50. Compton leads South Carolina State. South Carolina State's already over the limit of 10 team fouls. So Compton's in the double bonus. Compton with 6 team fouls. Next one they have will put South Carolina State in the 1 and the bonus. DeJuan Clayton's now tied a career high with 8 assists in a game to go along with 11 points. Kennard at the free throw line knocks it down, makes it 55-51. Compton.
Hey, who's pitching? Who's pitching? He ain't missed a fucking free throw yet.
20-8 run for Compton State to lead by 5 at 7:47 to go before those 2 free throws by Kennard make it 55-52. Compton, 7:45 to go. Now for Council Jr., now for Clayton up the right side out of Brownlee. Back to Clayton. Clayton coming left of the screen. Now top side left to Morgan. Back to Clayton. Kick out right corner out of Brownlee. Brownlee runs right of the lane, got bumped off. Automatic 2 free throws with 7:27 to go. Etienne picks up the foul. That's his second. And the free throw by Brownlee is good. Make it 56-52. Second one's good. 57-52, Coppin State. 2 huge free throws. Brownlee now with 15. Kennard on the bounce down. Applewhite fights one up. Glass rim, no good. Council Jr. the rebound. 7:10 to go. Here comes Clayton. Left of the lane. Ducks him a left-hand runner. It's good. DeJuan Clayton now with 13. 59-52 Coppin. And a timeout on the floor taken by South Carolina State. We're back after a 60-second timeout on the Coppin State Sports Network. You can visit CoppinGear.com to get your CSU apparel. Currently on sale, 20% off select drinkware until January 21st. CoppinGear.com, it's where the home team shops. Happy New Year from CoppinGear.com on the Coppin State Sports Network. 6:58 to go. Coppin leads South Carolina State 59-52. Largest lead, I believe, of the night for Coppin State is now 7. And it comes with just under 7. Post entry feed to Kennard, far block. Now what? It's on Cedric Council Jr. picking up his third. Applewhite at the free throw line. It's on the way, good. Give him 13.
Hey, box out, box out. Who got pitch?
Second one's on the way, good. Applewhite now with 14. 59-54 Coppin State. Under 6:50 to go. Clayton's got it in the backcourt. Picked up the bounce. Almost threw it away. Andrews Fulton bails him out head of the key. 18 to shoot. Andrews Fulton on the bounce. Goes right wing to Clayton. Skip pass near side left. Lamar Morgan bouncing off in the lane, picked off. Here comes Rainer Powell on a run out, going strong on Clayton. DeJuan blocks it off the window. Loose ball, last touch. South Carolina State. It comes back to Coppin, up by 5. 6:23 to go. Cedric Council Jr. on the inbound. Inbound now for Clayton. Clayton coming across the time stripe. He's got Morgan all alone here in this left corner. Clayton on the bounce, now to Lamar Morgan, top side left. Now back to Clayton, far side right. Andrews Fulton called for a moving screen. That's his third.
Chad, get three. Chad, get three. Chad.
Left to right, here comes Neal. Closing in on 6 minutes to go, Coppin by 5, 59-54. Neal topside right, coming to his left, dumps it off to the doorstep, glass and good. Harewood now with 10, all in the second half, makes it 59-56. Coppin by 3, 5:45 to go. Morgan on the catch, hands off to Andrews Fulton, head of the key. Hands it back to Morgan, deep three off the left wing, rim it off. And the battle for the rebound won by Harewood. Quick outlet now to Neal. Neal on the run back, head of the key. Backs it out with 20 to shoot.
Come on, back up, shoot, back up.
Far side left, now for Rainer Powell. Rainer Powell runs it in the lane, glass and good. Give him 7, 59-58, Coppin by 1. What a response from South Carolina State. 6 unanswered to cut it to 1. Neal knocks it out of bounds. And with 24 seconds to shoot, 5:08 to go, Juan Dixon takes time. 5:08 remaining, it's now Coppin 59, South Carolina State 58. We're back after a 60-second timeout on the Coppin State Sports Network. Travel in confidence and enjoy the comfort of spacious studio accommodations. Town Place Meets Baltimore, BWI Airport, less than 10 miles from downtown Baltimore. Your home away from home is waiting for you. It's Town Place Meets Baltimore, BWI Airport, the official airport hotel of Coppin State Athletics. 5:08 to go, 59-58. Coppin State leads South Carolina State. Clayton with the bounce. Now to the forecourt into the jump circle. High left feed to Brownlee. 15 to go. Brownlee on the bounce. 13, 12, 11, 10. Right side Clayton rises for 3. Rim halfway down and out. Send the offensive rebound. Trying to turn in the lane. Hooks up the right hand, scores. Cedric Council Jr. now with 9. 61-58, Coppin by 3. Neal, skip pass, far left corner, Harewood. An answer, triple to tie at 61. Harewood now with 13. 9th tie, 5 lead changes. Here comes Clayton to the jump circle, under 4.5 to go. Right side ball screen to Morgan. Bounce it back to Brownlee, in between the rings. Left side Clayton. Clayton going left corner, bumped off by Neal. That's his second. Comes at 4:17 to go and puts DeJuan line left. From my vantage point, it's line left. On TV, it's line to the right. Clayton's first free throw, back of the rim, no good. He'll have another one. Rainer Powell checks out.
Sad 35. And Lamar 0. Lou 14.
Second one, rim, no good. Keep it 61 all with 4:13 to go. Here comes Neal, left of the jump circle. On the bounce, left wing behind the arc. Now for Kennard, head of the key. Far side left. Neal on the catch. Now for Kennard, head of the key. He wants a 3. Good. Kennard now with 10. 64-61, South Carolina State. On the 6th lead change. Now Clayton, head of the key. Pulls the ball back to his right. Goes left. Glass good and a foul. DeJuan Clayton draws the foul and pulls Coppin within 1 at 64-63 and a timeout, South Carolina State. What a move by DeJuan Clayton. That'll be on every highlight reel in the country. My goodness, with that pullback dribble. Back in 60 on the Coppin State Sports Network. What a sick dribble penetration move by DeJuan Clayton for the and one on Ian Kennard to pull Coppin within one, down 64-63. That's a great look for those of you watching on CoppinStateSports.com on our live video stream. What a great look. Clayton, 15 points, now to the free throw line, a career high tying 8 assists. 64-63, South Carolina State, 3:42 to go. Clayton back of the rim, no on the free throw, so keep it a 1-point Bulldogs lead as they enter the forecourt with Neal. Neal turns left side behind the arc, left of the lane floater, it's on the way, rim it, lift off, tip follow, won't go for Harewood. They battle for the rebound, and now Applewhite and Said get tied up together. And the arrow, if it's in fact a dual possession, keeps it with South Carolina State at 3:28 to go.
Come on, Lamar, don't let up, Lamar.
It stays 64-63, South Carolina State. Lob comes in, Kennard on the catch out of the key. Head fake on Chad Andrews Fulton, now backs it out to Neal. Murray Garvin now calls the play with 20 to shoot. Neal staring down that screen from Kennard, goes right side behind the arc. Step-in jumper from distance, front of the rim, no good. And Drummond with the rebound, but wait a minute, a whistle and a foul. They get Cedric Council Jr. on a clear-out. 3:11 to go. So now Applewhite on the 9th Coppin team foul steps into the free throw line. One and the bonus. First one's on the way. Good. He's got 15. 65-63 Bulldogs.
Pittsburgh! Let's go!
Second one's on the way. Good again. Applewhite with 16. 66-63 South Carolina State. Right side Clayton behind the arc. Andrews Fulton looked to set the screen. Clayton goes line, left of the lane, skip it right corner. Council Jr. tried the baseline, got cut off. Now back to Clayton, head of the key. Line, lane, going strong on the left hand, missed it. Chad Andrews Fulton the follow. Glass, good, and a foul. Chad Andrews Fulton now with 18, looking for an and one to tie. Applewhite with his third. It's on the way, good. Chad Andrews Fulton now with 19. 66 all on the 10th tie of the night. 2:45 to go. Here comes Neal to the jump circle, into the forecourt, approaching head of the key, comes left to the Applewhite screen. Line, lane, fights up with the right hand, left it short. Drummond got a big piece of it. Here comes DeJuan Clayton on the run, going strong on Kennard, lost the handle at the back door, went wide to the right. Was it deflected? Coppin wants him to go to the monitor, and the officials are saying, not so fast. 2.5 to go. Applewhite on the inbound. Deadlocked at 66. Gave it up to Rainer Powell, who just checked in. He marches head of the key on the bounce. Left side behind the arc. Spins back to his right. Got in a lane. Got two defenders off their feet. Ducks in and scores. Rainer Powell now with 9. 68-66. South Carolina State on top. 2:10 to go. Clayton, hesitation, dribble head of the key. Going left of the lane. Kicking out right corner. Drummond goes baseline to the right. Fights one up. Rim. And it goes glass and good. Drummond now with 7. Tied at 68. Under 2 to go. Here comes Rainer Powell. Head of the key. Right side kick out. Canarda 3 for the lead. Air ball left. Applewhite's follow. Blocked by Council. Fighting it up strong was Harewood. That's blocked. Here comes Clayton the other way. DeJuan Clayton top side right. Andrews Fulton's being held by Harewood with 2 hands. Clayton on the bounce right of the lane. Fights it up. That was blocked by Applewhite. Last touch by Coppin. Stayed out of bounds. 82 seconds to go. Or was it touched by Coppin? Last out of bounds. Now they're going to the monitor. Why not? Deadlocked at 68. It's only a huge win in the MEAC hanging in the balance, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm getting a look at it right now. There's the deflection. And I believe Andrews Fulton is battling for the ball. And I want to say it's he, Applewhite, and can't make out the number, but I believe it did go off a Bulldog player. We'll have to wait and see what the officials come up with themselves. Oh, that looks like a left hand, potentially of a Bulldog, last to touch it. That is not a right hand last to touch the ball, I do believe. But we'll wait and see what the officials come up with. And the officials want to look at it one more time. Yeah, to me, and I've seen it now 4 or 5 times, I think Chad was the first to touch it, but I don't believe he was the last to touch it. And Applewhite may well have gotten a pinky on it on the deflection out of bounds. But we'll see. If Coppin does retain possession, 13 seconds remaining on the shot clock, and 1:22 to go. Wow, that's a huge call in this game. Deadlocked at 68. It's coming back to South Carolina State. A fresh 30-second shot clock for the Bulldogs, even at 68.
One stop!
Rainer Powell on the march, coming across the time stripe down to the forecourt. Backs it out right wing behind the arc. 18 to shoot. On the bounce line to the lane, and I believe he traveled. Yes, he did. Rainer Powell turns it over with 65 seconds to go. Each team, by the way, in the final 65 seconds, they each have 2 timeouts remaining. Inbound now to Clayton. From Drummond. Now to Clayton coming across the time stripe into the forecourt. Bounce it high left down to Morgan. Gave it back to Clayton. Clayton. Gave it up to Andrews Fulton, skip it right side. Morgan going baseline right into traffic, reverse it off to Council. The 3 on the way, back of the rim, no good. 45 seconds to go, the rebound to Applewhite. Now for Rainer Powell. into the forecourt, and timeout. South Carolina State will take it with them. 39.3 to go. Deadlocked at 68 on the Coppin State Sports Network. MEAC men's basketball scoreboard for a Monday night. Norfolk State by 8 over Bethune-Cookman, 44-36. North Carolina Central, who Coppin will see in the near future, leads at Del State 42-40. North Carolina A&T leads at Maryland Eastern Shore 59-52. That's all in the second half. We're deadlocked at 68. 39.3 to go. South Carolina State ball in the forecourt with 23 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Applewhite to inbound, just beside his bench. He's got Rainer Powell in the backcourt to his left. That's where it's going. Now the jump circle, Rainer Powell into the forecourt. On the bounce, going left to the Applewhite screen. Reversing off to Kennard, head of the key. Three is on the way, left of the rim, no. And the long rebound out far side left, Rainer Powell. Shot clock turned off. Game clock at 25 seconds and rolling. Potential game-winning attempt here for South Carolina State. Deadlocked at 68. Rainer Powell on the bounce out of the key. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Rainer Powell head of the key. He's got screeners left and right. 6 down to 5. Goes left to the Applewhite screen. Coming back to his right. Rainer Powell in the lane. Hooks it over the right hand. Rim it trickled off. Tip follow is good for Applewhite with .3 to go. Give him 18. And now a timeout. Coppin State trailing 70-68. So we'll keep it here with the timeout on the floor. And now the officials, as is customary, they are going to go to the monitor to check on the tip and the time. So once that ball goes through that hoop, you check the time. It's at .3 right now. He said the basket was good. I think we're all aware of that. Unfortunately for Coppin State fans, it was good. Was it good with .3 to go? There's the replay. Ball is above the cylinder rim. Good. If anything, it might go back to half a second. Maybe. It's over the rim and good with .5. So in this situation, Coppin down by 2. In this kind of time, you got to get a baseball pass. .4, so they'll put a 10th back on. Yeah, not 4 seconds, 0.4. Now, Coppin... And the official that's making that call is just trying to make sure that they get the clock right. It's a lot of zeros and then a 4. What I was saying previously, in this situation, you're looking for a long pass down the floor. And then you're looking for that quick release or contact. Because South Carolina State's over the limit. So any contact, 2 free throws. 2 free throw makes, we're heading potentially to overtime. Drummond to inbound the basketball from the far end of the floor. And a timeout, South Carolina State.
South Carolina State.
So they wanted to see the deployment of Coppin State, and indeed, baseline can be run. So if they want to switch inbounders, they can do just that. 70-68, South Carolina State the advantage. Coppin State once led 59-52, since then 18-9. South Carolina State to take this 70-68 lead on Ian Kennard's tip-in with .4 to go. Now with .4, is there enough to throw it into the forecourt and take a timeout on the catch? I have a feeling Coppin's going for the home run right here. They leave Andrews Fulton open in the backcourt. Clayton with Drummond running the baseline. Throws it down the floor. Said launches, and it goes wide to the right on the catch and fire at the horn. South Carolina State defeats Coppin State 70-68 in a heartbreaker for the Eagles. They'll now fall to 2-2 in the MEAC. And South Carolina State, after dropping their conference opener, sweeps their trip to Baltimore, knocking off Morgan on the weekend, 72-68 and 70-68 here at Coppin State. Next up for South Carolina State, Saturday home date with Howard at 4 o'clock before hosting Norfolk State on Monday at 7:30. Coppin State now goes to North Carolina for 2. North Carolina Central on Saturday at 4. North Carolina A&T a week from tonight at 7:30.